What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video where I've got some advice for the upcoming changes that are happening in Year 7 Season 1. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Right, I've seen on a number of posts on all of my recent videos about the watch changes where some people have said, well, what if I've only got one character? Because the main focus has really been with people who are running 4 characters, you know, just like myself. You can, well, I've got 3 characters here at the moment because I've got 3 main characters, and that's what's been a lot of the focus. And maybe somebody like this character here, when I log in, it's just maxed out on materials, and that's it. You've no shared materials to bother about or anything like that because you are just running one character. And if you go into your watch, you know, you take a look here, you can see everything's just kind of nice and maxed out. Maybe your resources are maxed out, you know, a little bit. This one obviously isn't. As you can see, I play this one independently on my account as opposed to everything else. But then when I go into the watch, you can see I've got a whole bunch of scavengers points that I would be able to spend. So what's going to happen is that they put out a warning yesterday that says basically spend all of your points. So what you're going to want to do is max out as much as you can. So feel free to use some of these maybe on the crafting bench. There's some good things to use and craft, things like the faction materials, and I'll just head over there now and show you, and use them all up and then replenish them using your SHD points. If you've got a healthy SHD score just like I have, you're going to be able to replenish them fairly easily. And the whole bottom section of the optimizations just requires materials that you can actually generate from your watch. So for instance, if you go into this optimizations one, this is definitely going to be the best bang for your buck. You can regenerate these in your watch, and I would definitely advise for you to have as many of these as you possibly can. But you can go down to the bottom, and as you can see here, this is all stuff that you can generate with your watch as long as you've got the credits to do it. And I would definitely advise to max yourself out on these. If you feel it a little bit more grindy, start working your way into these. I would definitely recommend the chest and the backpack. They're probably going to be things that you'll craft more than anything else in the game, but it does require protective fabric. So you're either going to have to crunch some gear that you find around when you are playing, or you can perhaps buy from a vendor and crunch that, but then that will take e-credits. But you can generate the e-credits again from your watch, and the same goes for anything else. There's a particular gun brand that you like a lot, so say you use a lot of LMGs or you use a lot of assault rifles, perhaps craft a few of them as well. But I kind of digressing a little bit here from the topic of the actual video, and what I'm going to recommend is that you actually create 3 more characters, because at the moment you've got the benefit of your watch being able to be ×4. So for instance, for me right now, you can see here my shade level is 14,319. I can effectively have that on 4 characters minus the 800 that it uses for the offensive, defensive, handling and utility sections. And then I can then use that again to generate more materials. And that's what all these people are doing and all these players are doing right now. They're just generating bucket loads of materials with all of their SHD points so that they're stocked up, and to the point as well, overcapped. And we've talked about that as well. If this character now goes to Anaya, and I'm not going to do it because I want to keep this one independent, but if it bought the shared materials option there, all of the materials that I've got, the 999s that are all capped out, would then transfer to my other character on the account, or any character that has that shared materials purchased. And that combines and then allows you to go over the cap, because obviously the game didn't want you to lose anything when that became an option. And now actually the system is kind of being misused. It's not what it was originally intended for, but it's kind of a nice use for people who want to overcap materials essentially. And that's another scenario that we're not going to talk about because people will get angry in the comments calling it, you know, a glitch and whatever not. And the fact is, really, we're all disgruntled in one way or another about it generally, but that's just because it's been in the game a very long time, and that's the root cause, no matter what side of the fence that you sit on. But my advice for everyone that's only got one character, you are going to get your SHD points replenished. So what's really important is that you use them. You don't have the same options as everybody else because you've only got one character, But if you create a character, you can boost it to level 30. Just take a few hours then, either with some friends or even solo in the DZ, or even maybe just by yourself. Get the character from 30 to 40, get your whole new watch at that point, and then you're able to build your materials also. You might not want to do that. You might just want to say, no, I'm a solo character for life. I'm not bothered about generating 3 more watches right now. And that's fine. Just basically, like I said before, stack in as many optimization items as you possibly can. Stack the rest into e-credits so that you can always buy things then. So perhaps you'll need some Jarl gear, or you'll need some Fenris gear. You could just go to the vendor and buy 150 and crunch them, and then use them materials to craft, because you'll have an absolute ton of e-credits. Because you know, you can only imagine if I put 10,000 SHD into credits, which I'm going to do on this character, that's going to be a lot of credits. I don't quite think I will hit the 1 billion cap, but it'll certainly last me for a good while. So that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Big shout out to everybody that put this in the comments in all my previous videos, whether you be one of the people that I've only got a solo character, or you should generate more characters, or whichever one you were. Big shout out to everyone that takes the time to comment on my videos. I really do appreciate it. And as well, the people that hit the likes. The channel's gone wild over this last month, and especially since my trip to Massive as well. So huge shout out to you guys for, you know, making my essentially my Division YouTube channel dream come true. I can't thank you enough. Anyway, that's enough of that. Before I start crying, I'm gonna go. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, agents.